What is going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode of the Fit Bod Blueprint. Once again, you got coaches Phil and Tyler here. Tyler, how you doing, brother?
Doing pretty good. How about yourself?
It's a week of Thanksgiving as we're recording this. On Sunday, my Bucks, Nikki's Eagles, and now our Titans all got wins. It's the first time all season that
Nice.
all three teams won on the same day.
You're feeling good going into the week.
Oh, I am feeling glorious going into the week, especially having had Baker start in my fantasy lineup this
Nice.
past week. Oh yeah, I'm feeling
Nice.
real good.
Yeah.
How about
And
yourself?
nothing like winning your fantasy week just sets you up feeling good. I got out of fantasy football a few years ago after playing it for 15 years. And I dived into fantasy hockey. Been doing that now. This is our third year. And so I won this week, and so I'm feeling pretty good too.
Nice. Well, surely you didn't have Stamkos on there.
Nope, nope. I thankfully did not draft him this year. I had him the last year. He did pretty well, but this year, kind of figured there was some regression coming with a new team. It was like, nope.
Yeah, they're still trying to figure out which line he kind of meshes best with, but
Yeah,
gosh, I've watched his career from literally day one, and to see
yeah,
him come back from multiple injuries that could have been career enders,
yeah,
like I'll never forget in the lockdown, the COVID year Stanley Cup, him coming out just for that one, just for
yeah,
that one, and he gets the puck, nails it into the back of the net, and just comes right back out after one shift, and that was it. And everybody was going, "That's it. He's retiring." And now here it is, 4 years later. He's on another team. Like, I'm happy for him, but as a lifelong Lightning fan, I'm also heartbroken. But he followed me to Nashville, so he must like me a little bit.
yes, yeah, yes. That's exactly why he's there. Yeah, and it's funny that I can just still picture that like goal in my mind, just rushing down the right hand side, like ducks underneath two guys essentially, top corner, just an amazing shot. So yeah, he's a great player, and always fun to watch. Hopefully they figured it out in Nashville there soon.
I hope so. But you know what I have figured out is what I'm doing for Thanksgiving this week. How
Yeah,
about, luckily for you being so close to the border, you get to double dip. So you get Canadian Thanksgiving and then
I
U.S.
do.
Thanksgiving. So
Yeah,
what
it's
are you
nice.
guys doing?
Well, my parents, so I'm sure people don't really know at this point, since still fairly new to Fitbod, but I am a dual citizen. So I grew up in the U.S. Most of my life. My parents were Canadian, and they moved to California a couple years before I was born. So grew up mainly in Washington State, in a little small farming town right close to the Canadian border. Long story short, met a Canadian girl. Very, very easy for me to just obviously move up to Canada with my citizenship. But we only moved about 20, 30 minutes away. So we always go down to Linden and celebrate Thanksgiving for a couple nights, usually the Wednesday, Thursday, come home on the Friday. And yeah, it's just a good time, relax, hang out just with my immediate family. So nothing too big, but your standard turkey, ham. This might be controversial, although the more people I talk to, I'm finding more people are on my side. Turkey sucks, man. It is all about ham. I don't know what it is. Why? Like, it's this big tradition, but no one can seem to cook turkey right. It's always dry. So why are we doing this, people? Ham's always better. So we go do that. Obviously watch football all day, that type of stuff. Yeah, and it's always a good time. How about yourself? What do you got going on?
So usually we would be the ones hanging out because I'm right there with you. Like, it's not 15-50 anymore. We're not the Pilgrims. Like, there's better poultry than
Yeah,
turkey. But I would normally be the one doing the turkey because I know how to actually do it right. Like, you've had my cooking
yes,
before.
it's good.
Whenever I say I make a phenomenal bird, here's the problem. You've got this big open air cavity in the middle. No matter how much stuffing you put in there, it's still just all this hot air that it gets caught up in the bird's butt, and now it's hot air coming inside, it's hot air outside. you're cooking and drying out that meat. So what I do is, one, I brine my bird, and that
Okay.
alone makes a big difference with keeping her juicy.
Yep.
Now, oh, sidebar, I mean, we're not going to discuss this on today's episode, but for holidays, don't worry about it. It's one meal. A reasonable serving of anything is not going to kill you. And just doing a bird so that it tastes good isn't going to undo all your progress. And if it does, it's probably because you started like yesterday. So just start again on Friday.
Yeah.
But I also do an injectable butter on mine.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Now we're talking.
Now, here's the biggest key, though, is you have to spatchcock it, where you're laying it out flat now. You take out the backbone, you're laying it flat. It's just truly roasting the way that any other type of meat would. But I smoke mine. So mine is brined.
Yeah.
It's got injectable butter in there. It's spatchcocked. And I am smoking it for about 6 hours.
Wow.
Oh, dude, it comes out just moister than an oyster.
I think I might have to come to Nashville for Thanksgiving next year. And hey, if this coaching thing doesn't work out for you, maybe you can start a cooking show, because that sounds amazing to me. Okay, maybe this is just going to be an evolution of Fit Bod, right? We're going to have the coaching side, and we're going to have our cooking show.
Hey, why not one day have the Fit Bod Network?
There we go. I love it.
If Elon Musk is possibly about to buy MSNBC,
Yeah.
maybe I can talk to Adult Swim about we have fitness stuff on
There we go. There we go. As long as it's what's that movie? Is it A Christmas Story? As long as it's not coming out like that.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I have a bone to pick with Ralphie. I mean, I'll watch it once every year, but I don't like that 24 hours that TBS does.
No.
Maybe we'll pitch a pilot to them.
There you go.
So this week we are doing Date, Marry, Eliminate on compound movements, and then bonus, we're going to do the exact same thing on some isolation movements. So basically what this is, we're just having a little bit of fun. Some people might be familiar with the game F, Marry, Kill. We're doing exactly that, but we're going to explain our why. So which one are we going to date? Which one are we going to marry? And which one are we eliminating if you had to get rid of it? So we have chosen for the compound movement, surprise to absolutely nobody, squat, bench, deadlift.
The big three.
Yep. And for our isolation movements, we're going to go with bicep curl, calf raise, and leg extension. So let's go ahead and pick which one are we going to we're just dating, we're having some fun, but there's no real future there.
Yeah.
Let's start with our compounds. Tyler, if you're going to date one of these three compounds,
Yeah.
who's hopping in the passenger car but not permanently?
I am going to be going with squat. That's going to be my date one. It's one that I like to cycle in and out. It's one that isn't necessarily always a staple. During some of my powerlifting days, just from all of that, I got pretty beat up and tired of squatting, and I really took a few years off from just squatting. I just didn't enjoy it. I've recently cycled it back in, but it's still something that, it isn't necessarily always going to be a staple. So that's going to be my date one. Just not my favorite, but still see a lot of the benefit and still enjoy it from time to time. But I have no issue kicking it out of the front passenger seat, Fast and Furious style.
At some point, someone better is going to come along.
Yeah, something better. Yeah, you know what? Just give me that good old leg press. I'll take that maybe any day of the week over a squat. Yeah.
The Gold's Gym that we just signed up with has a pendulum squat.
Oh, nice.
And this is
Yeah.
absolutely heavenly. I love this thing. I'm telling you, whenever you do come here, wait till you see this Gold's Gym has they've got a vertical leg press.
Okay.
They've got several different options for hip sleds.
Nice.
They've got several different hack squat, leverage squat, belt squat. Like,
I love that.
I love this
Yeah.
one.
Nice.
All right, so for me, this is going to ruffle some feathers. My date is going to be deadlift.
All right.
So for me, it is a very, very hard to recover from exercise. Like, I've been deadlifting. My deadlifting career is old enough to legally buy alcohol.
That's a
So
long
for me,
deadlifting career.
yeah.
Yeah.
For me, I enjoy it. I have a good time, but after about 8 to 10 weeks, the relationship has kind of ran its course, and let's get a different a different main posterior chain movement going on. Add a little more back volume on my back days. Like, I really like it, but I'm not in love and wanting to start a family with the deadlift. So I know that's going to ruffle some feathers, but
It's one of those "it's not you, it's me" type of situation.
right, like at some point I'm breaking up with you, but we're going to have some fun in the
Yeah.
meantime. So that's my date.
Okay.
All right, now Mary, which one are you going to marry?
Well, I might be picking up those sloppy seconds, and I'm gonna be marrying that deadlift. That is just it's one of my favorite movements, and just one I've never taken out of a rotation. Whatever it looks like, just something about pulling something heavy off the floor, and I just think the benefits of being strong in that position are just priceless in a sense where, in any sense, no matter what it is, like someone should get strong in that posterior chain realm. If we had talked, RDL, I would almost take that over a standard deadlift. I think that is one of the best in terms of low back strength, core strength, and just being strong posterior chain. So,
that's the one that never comes out of my programming for anything posterior chain is Romanian deadlift. So I get, for me, like, Romanian deadlift is just it's the better sister here from my perspective.
Yes, it's the one. It's one of the one you're going after, maybe. Yeah, so deadlift, settling down, having some kids, and just getting strong. And I just think it looks pretty badass when someone's got a good strong deadlift, and it's pretty fun to do.
Awesome. No, that is very solid. All right, so you're going to date squat and you're going to marry deadlift. So obviously Tyler is a lower body guy. My Mary, I am a basic bro at heart, and you love who you love. I don't care what anyone says. So I'm going to marry the bench press. For me, it makes me feel strong. I love all the warm-up sets that I have to do to get to my working weight. Again, are there better compound movements? Yes, but I love bench press. I will always have that one in, and I can confidently say I've been lifting weights since I was 12 years old. I'm 35, so it's 23 years of lifting. Even whenever I tore my rotator cuff, I was still able to do like a super light modified neutral grip, super low incline bench press, just something to more so focus on blood flow than anything else. I love bench press. That is the one that I will always have in my program. And is it the most functional movement in the world? No. I will always give that one to deadlift. But I love my bench press.
You love who you love.
Exactly. For those that are watching this, like, you see the smile on my face just about bench press. It's almost like talking about one of my kids. I have so much pride here. But that's my Mary. So now we're going to get to eliminate Tyler. You are eliminating my love.
I am eliminating your love. I'm giving her to you. She is yours. I don't know. again, maybe it's from like the powerlifting days. I've benched 315 on the platform before. I've kind of done all of that, and maybe it's the contrarian part of me as well, in how popular and I got to get 225 and this and that, and or maybe it's the functional side of me too. But just like I don't like it. I don't like the setup. I don't like I'm just not a fan, and so I like more dumbbell pressing. Like I enjoy it more. I find it just a little bit more friendly on the joints, and I think it's more impressive if someone's dumbbell pressing 100 pounds plus, right? And so that's just me, and so I'm eliminating the bench press. Sorry, I know that may hurt you. I hope we can still be friends, but that is my elimination.
All right, you know what? It's a respectable reasoning, and I love what you said. There's always something to be said about somebody that they're able to pull up the hundos on the dumbbells, and so the Anytime Fitness that I used to train at back in the day, they had dumbbells that they went up to 95, and then
Yeah.
that was it. They just never brought them out. They hadn't done it. So I asked the GM and the owner. Fun fact: the owner is Brian Kleinschmidt, and if somebody's wondering, that name sounds familiar. If you've ever watched the show 100 Day Dream Home on HGTV, that's him. He used to own a
Okay.
bunch. He used to own all three of the Anytime Fitnesses back in the Brandon, Tampa area. So I asked the GM at the time. I said, "Hey Emily, why don't we have 100-pound dumbbells?" She goes, "Well, they're really heavy, and I'm 120 pounds." So I was like, "Well, where are they? I'll break them open." And sure enough, they're sitting at the bottom of the crate. Pull them out, get them over there, but there was no space on the rack
Yeah.
for them, so they went underneath. Brian walks in one day and he's like, "Oh, who got those out for you?" I said, "Well, I did,
Yeah.
and I need heavier ones." So
Yeah.
he went from the jump was from 100s to 120s.
Oh, that's a big jump. You got to be doing 3 sets of 10 with those before you're probably jumping to 110s.
Literally, whenever they arrived, I took them out and took them for a good little spin. But
Yeah, fine.
no, so I was like, "Hey, can we get 150s?" And he goes, "We don't have the space for it. I'm not hauling that in.
Yeah.
I'm not paying $3 a pound for 150-pound
Yeah.
dumbbells."
No, that gets expensive for the one person.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So my eliminate is squat, and it's just a very personal one for me. I don't have a meniscus in my left knee, so there's always going to be a degree of instability within my knee. For me, there are just better movements that I can be doing. So like I mentioned, the pendulum squat, it's a lot safer for me to do. The any leg press is safer for me to do. I will always pick some type of a machine for my main knee hinging movement, but again, that's just out of personal preference. And if we're going to just lightly touch on exercise selection, that's always going to be one of the biggest considerations. So
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna kind of follow up on that, and just because we're talking about these three compound movements doesn't mean that these have to be in one's programming. There's so much you can do, and you really do need to fit it to, not just maybe your anatomy or injury history, but to your enjoyment, right? And really making sure that you should be doing what you enjoy. I'm always going to push someone to do a deadlift in some form or manner. I just think they are important, but we do want to make sure that that enjoyment is an important part of programming.
yeah, absolutely. If you have a program that you hate doing, you're probably not sticking with it. And
Yep.
movement is movement from a health perspective. As long as you are getting in some type of physical activity, you're going to prolong your life and you're going to improve quality of life.
Totally.
So now we move on to the isolation movements. So, quick refresher for our date, marry, eliminate. We've got bicep curl, calf raise, and leg extension. So, Tyler, which
All
one of
right.
these three do you date?
I am dating the bicep curl That might be surprising coming from a bit of a bodybuilder background, but surprisingly, I don't actually really like doing arm work. I just don't overall enjoy it, and so there's an exercise here that I don't like even more. So like that's gonna be my eliminate. But yeah, bicep curls. I don't know. Like, it just not fun. Maybe not fun, but yeah, it's just not something I've really enjoyed doing. Whatever it is, I'm not really too sure. And so if I'm doing my workouts, sometimes I'm like, I'm just gonna skip my arm work today. I'm not really gonna jump into it. So I'm going to be dating the bicep curl because it comes and goes.
You know what? This is our same.
All
I
right,
am choosing to date the bicep curl.
I like it.
So I would just always, I like doing it. I will always keep some type of a bicep curl in my program. But if push comes to like I'm always saving bicep work for the end, or I keep like an optional. We've talked about this before, shirt muscles day. So
Yeah.
that way, if at the end of the week, like all of my upper body days, I have had to cut and run for whatever reason, I'm cutting and running on my arm work.
Yeah.
And then if I have to cut and run entirely on that shirt muscle day, like so be it.
Yeah.
But for me, I like it, but after about 6 to 8 weeks, I have to change it up. So like I have to go from a barbell curl to a preacher curl to a hammer curl to a concentration curl, cable curl. Like I'll always keep, probably 8 sets total thrown in throughout the week. But yeah, I don't see the relationship going anywhere.
Yeah, just I don't think we're gonna get married. What I actually have started to do to like help keep myself maybe a little bit more accountable with my arm work is I'll superset it on like a leg day with like a squat or my leg press or something like that, where I'm getting it actually done within my first part of the day. Because I mean I'm working my lower body, and maybe by the end of my upper body day I'm just, I'm fatigued. I don't feel like doing it, so I'll transfer that over to my lower body day, and finding that's been helping a little bit.
Nice.
So a little tip for all you watching out there, if the ones who maybe want to either A, get a little extra arm work in, or B, are like us and don't really enjoy a whole lot of arm work.
Awesome, man. No, that is a great tip. So potentially viewing it as extremities days.
Yes.
All right, Mary, which one of our isolations are you choosing to isolate with?
Leg extensions. I think it's one of the best quad isolating exercises out there. I mean, obviously you may have something like a leg press, but if we're really kind of isolation, I don't think anything really beats that. Just in how you can set it up from its lengthened position, the amount of variety you can do in terms of rep ranges. Like I've worked in the 4 to 5 rep range with it, have had amazing benefits. Obviously in the higher rep ranges, it's not something where there's a lot of inherent risk of injury because just the way it's set up. I've really enjoyed doing things like compound sets with it, where I'll do a set of leg extensions and then go right into like a goblet squat. So I just think like the stimulation you can get from it, how safe it is, how easy, like it's just all around, I think one of the best quad exercises you can do for isolation.
That is a very, very solid reasoning. For me, my Mary, I want to preface it with this is a shotgun wedding for me. It is not, I'm marrying it truly out of being in love. I'm marrying it because her daddy's standing next to me at the altar with a 12 gauge. I'm gonna have to marry calf raise. Like,
Okay.
it's just the right thing to do for me. Like, I grew up playing sports, and
Yeah.
still, like, I do not have great calves. I mean, who
Who does?
the
Unless you
ones
got
that are
the
genetically blessed with it, like, I'm so happy for you. But for me, I'm gonna have to marry it because I know it makes me a little bit better of a man. By,
You,
by all-
Well, hey, you got to have some great calves for those New Balances.
Dude. Now I will tell you. So since we moved, we've got like a little bit of an inclined backyard, um, and I did not buy a self-propelled mower
Mm,
specifically so I could get a little bit extra work in.
I
I
like
will
it.
say two things. One, my New Balances have never been this green, and I love it. But
Yep.
two, I feel the burn after pushing uphill. So like, I'll change up my mowing pattern for my
Yep.
midweek mow and go side to side, so I'm not
Yep.
having to
Yeah.
push up and down.
Totally. Yeah.
Um,
I love it.
but yeah, for me, I'm going to choose to marry the calf raise.
All
So
right.
that leaves eliminate for you. Once again, you are eliminating my love.
Yeah. There's a pattern here. I'm curious to see what that actually means. I mean, it's calf work. Like,
Get it?
when someone like when I'll like usually when I program, I usually just never program in calf work. And someone will come back to me like, "Well, where's the calf work?" I'm like, you want to do calf work? Like I mean, who wants to do calf work? But yeah, no, that is the one I eliminated. I mean, even in like my bodybuilding days, I could not be bothered to do it. So that is the one. I walk a lot. I play hockey. I'm fairly active, and so I'm like, you know what, my calves get enough work. I think I'm okay.
That is once again really, really solid reasoning.
Thank you.
So for me, the eliminate is going to be the leg extension. Um, and the main reason why I'm eliminating this, so since I've focused a little bit more on some knee mobility work through the years, initially leg extension just absolutely sucked for me. Like between the second time that I tore my meniscus, it was so bad that they just said there's no point in reconnecting. The tissue's so scarred up, and there's nothing really left to connect.
Yeah.
So whenever they did that, they went in and also discovered that the MRI had missed a torn ACL.
Ah.
So for me, it was a long time of that just particularly hurt. But after working through mobility stuff, I've been able to do it pain free. But it's the design of most of the machines where that first like 30% of the movement, like
Yeah.
you could have 1,200 pounds on there and it's going to feel the same thing as 12 pounds because it's just
Right.
boom, and then you don't get the resistance. So for me, it's just strictly I don't love the resistance curve, and if I've got to remember to always bring a resistance band to be able to get that pullback, plus I've got to go grab God forbid Phil picks up a heavy dumbbell, but I've got to go steal one.
Yeah.
I feel bad being like, nope, I just need one of the 100-pound
Yeah.
dumbbells, not both. So
Yeah.
you got some other big dude who's like, where's the other 100?
You got it on the leg extension with like the 15 pounds. I got it.
I got him here for my leg extension.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah,
bud.
yeah. There. You might end up on one of those Gym Nation Instagram videos of getting in a shoving match.
Oh, yeah, no, like that's strictly it for me. I wish that there were more high quality leg extension machines where you felt that bottom end of it, where there was actually a good resistance profile for it. So that's my eliminate. So
All right.
yeah, I think that starts
Like it.
to I think that wraps it up for us
Yeah.
pretty much. The I think the last thing that we have to do today is what are you watching?
What are we watching? Oh, man, I mean, as a parent, you're not watching. We don't watch a whole lot, so we're still on the Handmaid's Tale, and starting to kind of work our way through that. Other than that, not a whole lot new at the moment. Sometimes I'll throw a movie on while I'm working and writing some programs. I've kind of recently got into some like the found footage horror stuff.
Ooh, what's up?
It's like found footage. Like this person disappeared with a camera, and here's the footage we found. So I've enjoyed some of that kind of stuff around this time. If you are into some horror and that kind of stuff, check out the Hell House series. That's a pretty good one. That's a fun one. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now. But usually we only have time for about an episode a night, and then if my Canucks are playing, well, I'm just watching hockey.
So interesting. A guy I went to high school with, he's the producer for a series called Evil Lives Here. His name's Justin Stanley. So
Okay. I will. I'll have to check that out. I'll get on my Tubi and Evil Lives Here. Check it out.
yeah. So for me, we started watching. Do you remember the Tim Allen movie Santa Claus?
I watch that every Christmas.
So
Yeah.
we watched a couple of years ago. And I give Nikki so much gruff over this. Her first like real crush was Bernard the elf from the first one.
Yes.
And she's like, shut up, Pink Power Ranger. I'm like, hey.
Yeah. You know what? I almost think I want to say Steph had the same reaction.
So
Pretty cute.
we love those movies, and like I know the second and third ones are pretty hokey, pretty cheesy, but I still love them. We just started watching the Santa Clauses, where they made a series.
Okay.
And Gabriel Iglesias, the comedian, Fluffy.
Yep.
He's in
Oh,
there.
yeah, that's a blast from the past.
Yeah, I know, right? Like I've been enjoying it. It's something that I get to watch with the kids. It's fairly kid friendly.
Yeah.
At least like anything that I'm kind of like, Ellie might be a little young for that. I also know it's like still so far enough over her head that like it's not even on her radar. It's kind of like I look back at being 6, 7, 8 years old watching The Simpsons every single week, and it was like I never caught any of this stuff, but I was also too young to even be looking for this stuff.
Yeah.
So that's what we've been watching, and I'm liking it. The other thing that I started watching in my personal time on Netflix, it's a docu-series on Vince McMahon from the WWE.
Oh, yeah.
That he has fallen from grace.
Yes,
So
he has.
it's kind of like I could see if Tiger King would have been a billionaire, like this is the stuff that he'd probably be all people be coming out of the woodworks about. But anyways, those have been kind of my two watches. So
Nice.
all right, well, I hope you and the family have a happy Thanksgiving.
You?
I know by the time this comes out that it is going to be past Thanksgiving, but still, I'm the type of person that I want people to know what they mean to me. Tyler, I'm thankful for you this year, not just being a friend, but also being somebody that, we share a similar vision with fitness and how people should be treated by their coach. People should still be pushed and encouraged, but I am very thankful for who you are, for the passion that you bring to this, and I'm thankful that each and every week we get to set aside a little bit of time to chat like this. So much love for you, brother.
Appreciate it, and I mean, I couldn't say it better myself for you. So I guess I'll take the easy way out and say samesies. But truly, from the bottom of my heart, I certainly feel the same way, and just super thankful for all of this and what we're just gonna continue to do here.
Absolutely. All right. Well, for those of you that are listening, if you are interested in coaching, please feel free to go to fitbodinstitute.com. You can sign up for a free 30-minute metabolic assessment there with either Coach Tyler or myself. So until next time, smell you later.
See ya.